in Perek Tes of the Parsha of this week, chapter 9, that is in Parshas Ekev, verses starting from 10, a little bit earlier actually, starting from verse 10 till verse 20. Moshe Rabbeinu recounts his experience of what happened when he came down from Mount Sinai after we have received the Ten Commandments. And Moshe Rabbeinu went up in heaven, went up, wherever he was, and received from God the tablets, the first set of tablets. And as we know that when he came down, unfortunately, due to a miscalculation of time, the Bnei Israel committed the most severe of sins, the Chet HaEgel, the sin of the golden calf. And as we know, Moshe Rabbeinu came, and when he saw that, he dropped the tablets and broke them. So here is what the way Moshe Rabbeinu recounts it in his own words. And he says, Va'efen ve'ered min ha'hor, I came down from the mountain. U'shnei luchas habris al shtei yodoi, and the two tablets, I'm holding them in my hand. And I saw, you sinned in front of God. You did the egel. You did the golden calf. By the way, he calls it masecha, a mask. And you deviated from the proper ways that God has commanded you. So what did I do? Verse 17, corresponding to the meaning of Toiv. And what did he do? I took hold of those two tablets. And I threw them down from my hands. And I've broken them in front of you. And then he says, I went on to pray to God for forgiveness for you. I went back up, following actually 2 times. And then on Yom Kippur, he came down with a second set of luchos. But here's an observation that the commentaries ask. He says that when I saw what you did, I took hold of the shnei luchos. I grabbed them. Why did he have to grab them? He just said, I had them in my hand. I had them al shtei yodoi. I had them in my hands. What means he grabbed them? You have them, you don't have to grab it. They never left your hands. So the Ohr HaChaim HaKadosh gives an interesting explanation. He says, while the Jews hadn't made the Chet HaEgel, the luchos floated by themselves. The kedusha, the holiness of the sanctity of those luchos was holding. Moshe Rabbeinu was just putting his hands on them. When we committed the sin of Egel, the holiness disappeared. I had to take hold of them because the special quality of the godly presence in those tablets, in the letters, disappeared, and therefore I had to get hold of them. That's how the Ohr HaChaim HaKadosh explains. The Rebbe in the talk explains it differently, and the Rebbe says the following idea. We find in the Gemara Nedarim, the Talmud Nedarim, page 38, where the Gemara says that really the tablets belonged to Moshe Rabbeinu. They were his. So much so that first the Gemara says that Moshe Rabbeinu became wealthy from the pieces of the sapphire. When he engraved the letters, he was allowed to keep those. That was quite an expensive stone. So he became wealthy just from this. But then the Gemara says the following. Amar Rabbi Yossi bar Rab Chanina. Rabbi Yossi bar Rab Chanina says, the Torah ela leMoshe lezaroi. The Torah was given to Moshe and his children as a private thing. God gave the Torah for Moshe Rabbeinu and to his children. But Moshe Rabbeinu, in his benevolence, decided not to keep it for himself, but to share it with the rest of the community. So that's what Moshe Rabbeinu said. I had to take it back. I had to grab it back. I was going to share it with you. I was going to give it to you. But I took it back. Why? Why did Moshe Rabbeinu have to repossess them? Take him back. And there's all a halachic discussion. Why was he able to take it back if he had given it? Not going into the intricate legality of the taking back a gift that he gifted them. But what is the idea here that he had to take it back? And the idea says is the following. Moshe Rabbeinu being the leader par excellence, Moshe Rabbeinu being the ultimate shepherd, turned around to God and says, don't blame them for the breaking of the luchos. It's my doing. They belong to me. I broke them. I take full responsibility for it. Moshe Rabbeinu went out on the limb, so to say, to save the Jewish people. That's Moshe Rabbeinu. And in fact, this is what Mashiach is all about too. It says, Mashiach, Machavenu hu savil. He suffers our pain. He takes upon himself our pain. So we, in turn, have to do what? Relieve Mashiach from his pain. How? Very simple. By doing what he wants us to do. Love each other. The fundamental teaching of Torah is loving your fellow Jew. Avas Yisrael. By having Avas Yisrael to each other, we will take away the pain from Mashiach, and he will come and take us out of Golus right now.